Hello and welcome to Portia, Raw and Real. This is the podcast after the Portia show where we talk to the guests a little bit more. Those shows that got everybody talking. It was just we wish we had an hour and a half. Certainly one of those shows was our conversation with breast cancer warriors. And I want to introduce you to three women. We had four on the show, but Dr. Tess Lemon had a patient, so she had to go. But the three sisters who could stay with us have quite a story to tell, and it is an inspiring one indeed. Darlene McCoy Jackson, dear friend, longtime friend, a comedian, a radio host, syndicated radio host, as well as just a minister of the gospel and a singer.
That's right.
Shauna Pennick Glover, a young woman who has been going through it and staying strong through it, through an incredible journey of learning about your breast cancer and learning a lot more about yourself in the process. And then another longtime friend of mine, Delphine Lomax Taylor, diagnosed many years ago, and you've been on a mission ever since. You rang your bell to make sure other women hear about the importance of mammography. So I thank you for being willing to go a little deeper dive into this. On the show, and I want you all to make sure that you go check out that episode at portiashow.com. You all talked about finding how you found it, how you treated it, and I want to go a little bit more into that. And Delphine, this was you were sort of first up in terms of the journey. This was a few years ago.
Absolutely. No lump, no drainage, no anything. It
and
was
those are common signs, right?
Yeah, a lot of times I think you'll feel a lump, or you'll feel sometimes that you'll have drainage, since this is raw, nipple drainage or something. I had none of that, none of that. Just that yearly mammogram detected something. And actually I was underinsured at the time. So I went to a place, and then they had a free mammography mobile unit on site. That's where it began. And then 2 mammograms later and a biopsy later, then I was told in October 31st, 2013 that I had breast cancer.
In October.
Wow. I know.
Wow.
Yeah.
That happens to be my birthday.
Oh, wow.
October 31st.
First mammogram was October 1st, but you know, it's a process.
Just kept
you got to
going.
do that biopsy, and then you get that news.
And Shauna, how about for you?
A lot of doing my own breast exam, discovering I had something that felt funny in my right breast. Went and to the doctors. Initially, they were like, "Oh, it's just a cyst. We'll aspirate it." We aspirated in September, got 30 cc's of fluid. I was warned it will come back because they didn't get the sac. Okay. It comes back 2 weeks later, but now it's huger. It's even bigger. And it is
Were you
deforming.
terrified, or did you know
No.
because they said it was coming back, like, okay?
I didn't panic because I was
Good.
like, oh, it's just a cyst. It's just very uncomfortable. But my right breast had doubled in size in comparison to my left. And to the point where if I would raise my arm, the cyst is shooting out of my breast like
My
a
goodness.
fist. I have
Oh,
pictures.
my gosh.
And I'm talking to the doctors and I'm like, hey, it's come back, but it also has shooting pains. What's happening? And I said, I really need to see someone, like, I'm in pain. And I got told to use primrose oil pills and a worm compress by these medical professionals, who also told me, you're going to need a mammogram, not because anything's wrong, but just because it's time. But I don't recommend you getting that mammogram with that goose egg in your chest. You're going to be in so much pain. Said, okay. October comes, I go to my husband's homecoming weekend. Could not sleep that entire weekend because I'm getting woken up out of my sleep because of the shooting pain.
Yeah.
So my initial doctors were white, and you have to say, as Black women, I think that context is necessary. So I reached out to a sorority sister of mine, and I'm like, I need a Black female breast surgeon. She puts me in contact with a doctor. Doctor sees me the very next day. She sends me off for a mammogram, a biopsy, and to get the cyst aspirated.
Wow.
70 cc's of fluid, so more than double what they had the first time.
Right. And is that the doctor who then said, listen, this is serious?
I got diagnosed November 18th, and I know that because my mother's birthday is the 20th, and I was flying to New York that afternoon. That morning, my doctor's office calls and she's like, she needs you to come in today.
And did you know? Did you kind of
I
have a
knew
feel?
something was
Yeah.
wrong. My husband, now my husband, he's like, oh, well, maybe they can't tell you anything because, HIPAA. I was like, that's not
I
how
am the HIPAA.
works.
I'm the HIPAA they try to protect. Darlene, how about for you?
So for me, I was much like Delphine. I felt nothing. I was just fine. Went to my mammogram. I had, during COVID, I skipped 2.
Yeah.
And then came
And
back
we
to
all
get
skipped
my
appointments during
you
COVID
know.
because nobody was going to doctors.
Yeah, they called me back. They said they saw something, and I'm just like, people see things. You know what I mean? And so I wasn't gonna let it get to me. And then it was like, okay, yeah, we want to get a closer look. I'm like, all right, I'll let you have a closer look. It's still nothing, I'm sure. And then I got the call. Now, I did the mammogram in November, and I got the call in March.
Ooh.
It took that long to get an appointment. I think, I'm a busy woman, and then, I'm trying.
Okay, so there
trying
was,
to do this.
it
It's a
was
little
on
bit of this
everybody's
is-
side.
is-
Okay, gotcha,
it wasn't
gotcha.
that they were doing anything wrong.
Okay.
It was just scheduling was hard at the time. But then, when my doctor called back, I know him because my gynecologist I've known for 30 years, and it was when he called my name. He says, Darlene. I'm like, God,
Like,
it's cancer.
Yeah.
And I remember I was on my way out to go to my trail walk. And I was like, my husband was upstairs doing an audition. And I was like, I cannot tell him that today. How am I going to tell this to my family? I don't even know what I'm dealing with. I don't feel anything. And it's just a mind thing.
Right.
You just go
Because
through.
you think there's supposed to be like something that
Yeah,
is
I
felt
physical
something.
proof
Yeah.
that
Like-
this is happening to your body.
So a part of me didn't believe him.
Wow.
A part of me was like, I don't believe that. I don't believe it.
need a second.
I don't feel anything.
Yeah.
So he sent me to a breast surgeon that said, well, we're just going to have to take both of them. I'm like, back
Wait,
up. Hold up. What stage am I? They said 0. I'm like, make that make sense. You want to take them both? I don't feel anything.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Right.
But what they were explaining to me, because this was DCIS.
That's what they said.
Is that what you had to?
That's what they said.
And
I
in
had.
simple terms,
But that's not what it was.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's non-invasive.
It's
not.
DCIS.
Meaning it's not in the ducts.
ducts.
It has-
It is
it has
contained
spread,
in
it's
the
contained.
ducts.
Gotcha. It's a lump. It's
Right.
not.
It's
throughout
not
the
a
whole
lump.
tissue.
It's not even a
Right.
lump. It's just cells.
Oh,
Yeah.
gotcha. Okay.
And contained in the ducts.
Right.
And it's like, okay, so get it. I mean,
Yeah.
like I'm just like,
Go get
it. Can't you just get that out?
But here, I want to pause here because I think it's important to note that, especially with the two of you, there was a lot of engagement and not challenging, but sort of challenging. Well, I know you.
Right, of course, I'm gonna challenge.
But just really pressing, like, nah, this doesn't seem right. Why? How important is it for people to ask these questions, right?
Very.
And say, and I just want to make sure too, I understand that you're saying that you felt more comfortable going to a black doctor because the doctors had told you we're not black. For the record, we want to make sure that we're not saying that there's anything wrong with going to
Right.
a white doctor.
Exactly.
So leave that smoke. That's not what we're saying. Just you felt like I'm not getting what the
not
answers
being
I
heard.
need.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
you went in a different direction. So to be clear though, how important is it to have those conversations and
my
be
God.
engaged and get the second opinion?
must have it.
Absolutely
Yes.
important.
Had I not gotten a second opinion, I probably would not be on this podcast.
See, Jesus.
Because I was diagnosed with DCIS, and in actuality, after that second opinion, and she just said you need to get a mastectomy, and after surgery, I was triple negative, and that just means you didn't test positive to estrogen, progesterone, and that HER2.
Yeah.
It's so many different forms.
Yeah.
Oh,
But-
that's the other part. Yes.
And it's so many different forms, but so I'm glad for the second opinion, and you've got to fight for yourself,
That's
like you
right.
did.
Because when I tell you, so when my doctor went and we went inside her office and she's telling us what's happening and she goes, okay, she's like, and here's the thing, and I always make this joke, I'm like, because I'm an overachiever, not only did I have breast cancer, I had 2 different types of breast cancer. So because the right, I always tell people, I'm like, my right boob was acting a fool, but honestly, my right boob is probably what saved my life. Because the left boob is the more aggressive cancer.
Yep.
Oh,
The
wow.
left boob was triple negative,
Yep.
and that was stage 1.
My.
Yeah.
Right? And then
Yeah.
the right was stage 3 ER positive and was only stage 3 because of the size of the tumor by that time.
Wow. Before we get to what you all did for treatment options, one of you told your partner, you don't have to stay for this.
Yes.
That was me.
That was
oh,
me.
you said
You
that
did too. Let me get
Definitely
to
said that. I did.
what, why?
Okay, so I had just, who now is my current husband, November 20th, it'll be 9 years, but in 2013, we had just met, Memorial Day. We had just met.
Yeah.
So here we are, it's May. I find out in October that I have breast cancer, DCIS. And so when I got the news that I needed a mastectomy in October, I pulled into a Walmart shopping center crying like a baby and called him and said, I got breast cancer and you did not ask for this. And I did. I said, and he literally, I will never forget his words. He said, I'm not going anywhere.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because he's that dude.
Yeah.
He's that brother.
He's that
And
man.
and statistically, when a woman gets sick or any kind of like breast cancer or anything like that, men are more likely to leave. I believe
That's
the number
true.
is like 60%.
So were you afraid, or you just felt like, I just
No.
don't want to
I
take,
just-
I'm just going to give them the option?
No. So we had I got diagnosed November 18th. We had gotten engaged in March. And so we were planning a wedding. And I said to him, I was like, you don't have to marry me. I know you didn't sign up for this.
Sign up for this.
Like,
Right.
Just giving
And
them out. Giving
and
them
I'm like,
out.
I'm just giving you an opportunity, and I was of the mind of even like, you don't have to marry me like this. Let's wait and see.
Oh, my goodness.
That I make it, because in my mind, I'm telling you, I went to a really dark place. I was like, I might not even be here. This
Those
time
are real
next year.
thoughts. Those
Yeah.
are real
I
thoughts.
might not even be here.
And Darlene,
That's real.
you just
Yeah.
gotten married.
Just
What?
got married.
No.
Like
Yes.
I just gotten married. This mammogram happened in 22. I got married in 22. So I looked at Fonz, and it's I think it's just the thing with us. We don't know what we're going to go through.
And we don't want
Absolutely.
And
someone
we
to
don't want
suffer.
someone to have to suffer, because we got other things. But like you said, you didn't sign up for this. I said that to Fonz. He said, yes, I did.
Absolutely.
I signed up
I
for
said
every
for
day of
sickness
it.
and in health
I
is what I
am
signed
here.
up.
So
He did. I was there. I was a witness.
all the time, I
Yeah.
said, my husband and I, we were living our vows before we ever took those vows.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
and it was, and I mean,
That's good.
How hard is it on the family?
Ooh.
And what, for women and men going through this, for kids going through this, what helps and what doesn't help for those of us who want to be supportive?
I think that we should remember that if there's a wife going through it, there's a husband that's going through it.
Yep.
Remember him. Remember that he doesn't know how to deal emotionally with this progression either. As if we're scared, imagine how they're feeling.
Yeah.
If we feel that we may take a turn for the worse, they are feeling that
They're
too.
thinking
So
it
just
too and
remember
don't wanna
them.
say it.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
not gonna say it. Now, a man ain't gonna say it. now.
Yeah.
But just remember that they're going through too, and be kind. That's all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And family and friends, that's what got me
goodness.
through.
That's it.
Because there's many people, many women, they don't have a support system.
That right there.
I am so blessed that I had a wonderful support system. My
Yes,
mom,
Lord.
God rest her soul, she went with me to all my chemo. I had friends standing in line, ready to go.
Yeah.
But she wouldn't let anybody else go.
Oh, because that's what mamas do.
Mhm, that's how moms are.
And like I said, and my husband, when that hair fell out, he's bald headed. So my husband's bald headed. He shaved my head. But I prepared before, so those long locks were gone before chemo.
Yeah.
Because I knew the hair was coming out.
Yeah, and you knew something else was going to go too. In some cases, right?
Yeah.
That there was going to
Oh,
be
yeah.
a removal or a reconstruction or
Yeah.
something. How, and for each of you, this was different, but how challenging was that, the notion that my breasts may be gone or
I didn't care.
not
I
connected?
did.
In terms
did
of
too.
my boobs, and you know what I think it is because first off, I didn't even start. I was a triple D by the time my mastectomy happened. But I wasn't a triple D until like my 30s. So I'm 38 right now. I wasn't a triple D until my 30s. I was in the itty bitty titty community for a very long time. So I said,
I'm not attached.
It's
They
just
popped
boobs.
up.
It's fine. And if I can go ahead and get some designer boobs, said to my plastic surgeon, somewhere between Megan Thee Stallion and Beyonce, make it work.
Nice.
So, that was
But
fine.
Delphine, you said it mattered to you, and I know
I
it
love my
mattered to
girls.
you.
Mine
darling.
too,
I
child.
love the girls. I
Yes.
mean, it's just a womanness part.
Yes,
I love
yes.
that.
I love mine too. I used to sleep with my hand up here. You know what I mean?
I love myself.
I love them, and so that's why it was so hard for me to let go. And then, I remember making jokes. I made jokes when they were gone, in order to keep myself from having to cry.
Yeah.
I remember when you were getting ready for that part.
Yes, I was
that
making
was-
so many jokes,
You have to
and
laugh
then
to
my
keep from
husband would
crying.
not laugh at
Right.
either one of them. And he was telling my support system, my friends, shout out to my friends that would come over, he would tell them, he's like, feel free not to laugh if you don't want to laugh at any of those jokes, because it's not funny. She's just trying to make it, But I would just walk around and say, I'm looking like a flat-chested she crab today. Huh?
But the dark humor is what helps you
secret.
get through.
I have to
In
get
all
through it.
honesty,
Yeah.
It is what
Yes.
helps you get through. So like right now, I have, because I'm starting radiation tomorrow, I have my left boob is completely deflated. The right has the 350 cc's in the expander, and my husband and I, he's like, I'm gonna start calling you Biggie Smalls. Get it? He's like, no, it's all right. He's like,
I get it,
He's
and
like,
I
"That's
think it is
good."
funny,
he's
and
you
I
got
like
a
it.
Welch's grape and a nature's prune. It's okay. It's all right. I love it. But
You need that, though.
But you need
Absolutely.
You need
Yeah.
somebody that's going to make you laugh.
So
Because that's part of the healing, right? Like if
literally
we're
is.
always down, whatever our trial is,
Yes.
then
Let me
that
tell
does
you.
not lend to growth. You said something interesting, actually during the commercial break, during the show. And again, you got to go to PortiaShow.com, see the full conversation. You can't feel them.
No.
I did not know that was the first time,
Yes.
because I thought that you still have
I have
nerve
some.
endings
Wait.
going.
hold on.
Yeah,
Let me tell
I
you
can feel
something.
mine.
You can feel yours.
I can feel.
You cannot feel?
No.
Let me tell you.
I'll
the
be bumping into
rude-
people, and I'm like, oops,
Yeah,
excuse me.
don't realize. Let me tell you the real rude part. And I say this because today is actually my 2-month month anniversary from my mastectomy. The worst thing are there's these things called the zaps. Now the zaps are so your nerves are trying to fuse themselves back together, so you can't feel anything, but you'll suddenly get like sharp
Pains.
pains out of nowhere. And you're like, oh, all right,
Right.
you just gotta ride those out. Or the worst part is the itching.
Yeah,
And you
that's
will-
deep down in there, and
it's
you can't
deep
get
in the
to it.
itch,
Yeah,
and you're like,
it's horrible.
You're clawing yourself, and you feel
Nothing.
It is heinous.
Yes,
it
it
is
is.
Imagine
It
it.
is.
That
It can't scratch.
description is
Yeah, but it's
But
so
it's so helpful
accurate.
because we don't. I've
don't
never
know
heard
that.
anybody
Or-
say that. I've seen some
people-
people
people
show
will look-
scarring, but
It's-
that's
yeah.
it.
People
Heinous.
look at you and say, but they look great. And it's like, you have no,
have no idea
idea
what's going
what's
on here.
happening here. Because
I'm
when
Thank you for that.
And I was going to say, I'm 10 years out, so now I'm working like it is sometimes painful scar tissue.
Yes.
Yes.
You gotta break it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, more than 10
It's a
years.
This
lot.
is so helpful.
Yeah.
This
It's
is
a
so
lot.
helpful. That's why I wanted to be able to have a little bit more of a candid conversation
Yeah.
about this. What gets you through when you're going through all these treatments? And actually, you went through a holistic
Yeah.
journey.
Yeah.
And I want to come back to that. But what gets you through from a mental health standpoint when you've got all these appointments, all of these things
That
we
right
have
there.
to manage?
That
You
you
know
be
what's
forgetting
funny is, and I tell people, I classify my breast cancer journey as, it's gonna sound a little biblical, but there's BC and there's AC. There's before cancer and after cancer.
Yes.
Okay, okay.
That's good.
And because I'm still kind of in the thick of it, I still have, treatments and everything else. I still haven't mourned who I was BC. And I know that it's coming.
Come on.
And I tell people, cancer has made me a wuss. I cry at the drop of a dime now.
Yes,
Let me
Lord.
pause you right
Anything
there.
emotional.
Do you ever mourn
Oh my God,
BC?
yes.
I've never.
Yes,
I
Lord.
never, you
Yes,
know what?
Lord.
She's making me think about it.
Yes, Lord.
when you're in the thick of it, you're not mourning who you were because you have appointments. You have to get to these things. You have to keep
Hadn't
going. You
thought
have to
about
keep
it.
going.
I'm gonna tell you, I actually broke up with my breast 2 weeks before the surgery.
Oh, my goodness.
I refused to look at them.
I have never heard of breaking up with
broke
my
up with
breasts.
them. I stopped looking at them. I would close my eyes and I'm like, they're gonna be gone. So I don't even want to see them. Don't want to feel them. And then after the surgery, it took me a few weeks to look at my breasts because I was so scared to see what I was gonna look. And then my husband was right there, and I was like, okay, I gotta take the bandages off and I gotta look. So, can you stand here with me?
Yep.
And he stood there with me. I broke, I cried, but I accepted that I'm here.
Absolutely.
But it's something about, okay, I'm here, but dang, you know what I mean? You go through a horrendous time trying to accept what's happened to you. And those are feelings that nobody warns you about those. I'm glad we're able to have this conversation because
I want women to hear. And I want the loved ones to hear.
Yes,
and the men who
because
end up going
it's
through versions of this.
something, people. I guess we're just in this cosmetic world
Yeah.
where people are like, oh, you got a plastic surgery, baby,
Oh,
you get to get a new
right.
body
You get
for
to do
free.
a designer
And it's
breast.
like, it is so insensitive to what we're actually having.
So people need to stop saying that. I feel like it's the takeaway
I
there.
please stop telling people that.
Oh, and you're gonna have great boobs and you
Please stop saying
don't
that.
Yeah.
tell me that.
Right.
And one thing I will say is like what helped me get through. My village was villaging.
Yes.
And it is a beautiful thing that this journey has taught me because, well, on the negative side, I've discovered that there were people who were in my life that no longer need to be there.
Amen.
My wedding list got trimmed quite a bit.
I'm so glad.
There are some family members who
Jesus.
I'm like, I was there during your darkest days, and I know that you know because the whole family's talking about it, and I haven't heard a peep from you in a year. Cool. But then there are people who I have friends from elementary school who have sent
Showing
me
up.
money, who have
Come
sent
on.
me food, who have sent me
Yes.
flowers. My
Yes.
Amazon wish list was packed with, I mean,
That's interesting. What else do you wish for when you're going through it? Because I think people always go to gift cards and bring
And
some food.
please don't
Yeah.
give no more blankets or socks. Find something meaningful.
I'll tell you what, I wanted wedges. I just wanted
Yeah.
something where I could sit up like this because I had to
yeah.
sit up
Yep.
all the time. Little wedges to put right to make me comfortable.
Okay.
Just little things like that helps
What
so
else?
much.
What else helps? What do we give? What do we
even
do?
encouraging words. Like I had a
That.
friend to come over, and she just took care of me for the day.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
didn't have to do anything.
Yeah.
Just
That
the
right
little
So you're talking about
small-
like laundry,
Yeah,
dishes,
all of
just
that.
make
just little thing. Yeah.
I had a friend to come and bring some exotic flowers and watch a movie with me.
Right.
Yes.
Exactly. Because
Don't let me be
food.
alone
So-
because that alone time your mind goes idle.
Goes very dark.
You know,
And thank
get-
you
it
for saying
gets-
that because I always felt like, well,
Don't
I
wanna
feel-
bother her.
I don't want to bother, and I don't want you to feel like if she got because I know you gonna get dressed,
Right,
You
I'm
gonna do
try.
something with your,
I'm gonna
and I
do
felt
it.
like you don't want to invade, so I'm gonna call and I'm gonna
Yeah.
text.
You did
But
all of that.
that's-
You did everything, and then you
but-
came over with brunch. I'll never forget it.
But don't look. My thing was, I hated when people looked at me with the cancer eyes. I'm sorry, you have cancer eyes.
That part.
So it's very. It's like a mix of pity.
Don't look
Yeah.
sad.
Don't look at me like
Come
that.
with
Yes.
joy.
So when I'm saying like my village was villaging.
Yeah.
So my mother, my dad, he's a retiree, but he recently had like spinal surgery. So my mother was flying back and forth between New York and Atlanta. She would spend 2 weeks here. She made 2 weeks worth of meals for my father and it would fly to Atlanta. And then she's making more food and taking care of me and my husband and my bonus baby.
Wow.
When my locks had fallen out after my 4th chemo treatment, and I come out of the room and the lock is falling out. And I'm like,
hard.
all right, guys, we're
We're
this
here.
part of the journey. And I text my my bridesmaids, and I'm like, I'm gonna shave my head tomorrow. If you guys can make it, no pressure.
Yeah.
All of them showed up. And then my best friend from high school called on FaceTime. My line sister, who's an oncology psychologist,
love this.
she's on FaceTime.
Wow.
And they
Everybody shows
I have,
up.
What a
I have
village.
a 24-minute video
What a village.
where everybody is cutting off locks, saying words of affirmation, saying prayers
Oh,
with
Ooh,
my
how
mom,
dope.
my bonus baby,
I
my
know.
All those
it's
things.
beautiful.
Let me.
Oh, I was just going to say real quick what's important too. When you said some people aren't there, over the time I've learned though, some people don't know what to say.
They don't know what to do.
They don't know what to say. And that may be sometimes why we're not getting the visits or the phone calls because they honestly don't
Don't
know
know what to say.
Yeah,
We're
and they
almost-
don't want to come over and cry. You know?
Yeah.
Right. Because that's what I was like. I'm not. She a whole super warrior. I'm
dad
not gonna go
warrior.
over there. But we're almost out of time. But I just want to get just a real quick hit from each of you about what this looks like from a financial standpoint, because I think people don't recognize. I want to sort of end there.
I will go first.
Okay.
So,
Real quick though, because we're almost out of
yes,
time.
I got laid off from my job in February while I was on active chemo. I'm still looking for a job. So I'm one of those 300,000 black women who
Jesus.
unemployed right now. But my insurance, I went and looked. I won't say who my insurance company is, but they have already paid out $1.4 million.
Yeah.
And that was
Yeah.
before the mastectomy. I think they're still doing
Still calculating.
they're still
They're still
calculating.
Real quick for
Finances.
me, I was underinsured, right? There's a little secret people don't know about. It's with
Thank you for
breast
sharing it.
cancer and cervical cancer. It's a thing called Emergency Women's Medicaid. Emergency Women's Medicaid for those who are underinsured, but it's two things: breast cancer or cervical cancer, I think, and that's what helped me.
Thank
get
you for
through.
sharing that. Thank you for putting that up there.
Yeah.
Thank you. Putting
It's
it
a
out
lot.
there.
It's a lot. The holistic journey is very expensive because it's not covered under insurance. You have to go, if you want to go see a holistic doctor, you got to come out and pay cash. But that plus my doctors, I had insurance. My husband's insurance covered us as well, but it's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. You got to pay cash.
And something else that people don't think about too is, especially if you're still in childbearing age, what are you going to do to preserve your fertility? I wasn't able to do IVF because just to retrieve eggs is $12,000. I ain't got that. I'm planning to win.
They said I ain't got that.
What you mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's
Ladies.
crazy.
There's just so many. This is probably the most informative conversation. I've learned so much listening to you between the show and this conversation. And I surely hope that our viewers are feeling the same way. I have to believe, because you've just unpacked the things that people don't talk about.
Yeah.
And I'm grateful. I'm just
We're
grateful.
grateful for
Thank
the
you.
opportunity.
Oh, I
Yes,
am too. If we
indeed.
can save one person,
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
it makes it all worth
I pray
it.
that
So
that's
get your
God's
mammogram.
mission. With
Yes,
this.
because
Yes.
it breaks my heart, because when you think of it, on this day right now, there's some woman who is getting the worst news of her life.
Yes.
So if there's anything that we can do to
Let's
help
be present
spread the
for
word.
them.
Can make it.
Ladies, thank you
You can
so
make it.
much. Listen, whew, God, I thank you. God, I thank you.
you,
I
Lord.
appreciate you watching. I appreciate you tuning in. I hope that you will feel moved to share this episode with a woman or a man or a daughter or son, a nephew, someone who knows someone who's going through this. And let's just keep the conversation going year round. October is good, but year round is a must. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time on Portia and on Portia Raw and Real. Thanks.